Welcome to the Raj Podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and click on the notifications icon so you know when we go live.
Reason for that is because obviously, I'm a music artist, but I love all types of music.
Christine Blanchette, who is a producer, host and entrepreneur, joins the Raj Podcast on Saturday the 28th of September 7 p.m. UK time live, so make sure you subscribe so you know when we go live.
Hi, this is the Raj podcast with Raj, your host. We have a special guest. Hopefully, I'll say this right. Your name is Is it Keldamuzik?
You got it. Keldamuzik, baby.
Music.
Yes.
Yeah. And obviously, before we go any, how did this name come about? How did this stage name come about? Which you use in your music, in everything you're doing. How did this? Who did you come up with the name yourself or?
Yeah, so I came up with the name.
Hmm.
My original name is Kelda, and when I started doing music, I wanted to create a unique stage name that's unforgettable and that actually has longevity to it. And looking at other artists' names, you sometimes think like, okay, am I really going to call this person, Baby John for the rest of his life? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I'm like, you know what, let's create Kelda Music. And the reason for that is because obviously, I'm a music artist, but I love all types of music. And even though, hip hop and urban is my primary genre, for me, um, you know including other genres of music within urban music, within hip hop music, is, for me, it makes me feel more diverse, because I'm open to all of those other genres, even though it still is within hip hop. But many artists are dabbling into different genres now and incorporating it within their primary genre because you just want to expand your music and your audience.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I mean, if you do have, like you said, if you do have a name like a name which stands out, because obviously there is lots of hip hop artists out there. Um, Obviously, who can forget? The legendary names which everybody knows about hip hop artists which are there. On there is it says on your website, which we'll put on here as well, which is this is your official website, keldamuzik.com. So do check it out. We'll
Yes.
put the link on the description of the video as well. And anybody can go and check it out, the official website. Can people purchase the music directly on your website?
Yeah, they could purchase my music on the website. They could also um, all the latest updates on everything I have going on, from film, TV,
Wow.
of course the Thames Berets. Ultimately you could also visit wearthames.com, but you could also access it through the Kelda Music website. So that's my home, that's my portal that has everything in there to find out more about me.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's lots of information about you, and I was shocked, and we are gonna talk about that, those different areas which you've done and you're doing. and also about your music on there. But on there it says that you started, you wanted to get into music at the age of 5. Most kids, I remember, including myself, the only thing you can think about when you're 5, usually most kids, is about playing with your toys and running around and that kind of stuff. And but so you were like proper into music at that time when you were about 5.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it was around that age. And you know what's funny that you bring that up? I remember my parents used to have a huge fireplace, so I would take the TV remote, and that was my microphone, and MTV or whatever is on in the background, BET, and I would perform in front of my stuffed animals and in front of my pets. So I'm like performing these made up songs that I wrote on the spot, where I'm like singing and rapping about nothing. And the animals, stuffed animals, are just there like, and then, I had a cat and dog, and they were just standing there like, are we getting fed after this?
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And then even during family get togethers, family gatherings, I would, after we're done eating, and it's like, 20 to 25 of us. And I would say, hey, you guys, I have an impromptu performance. You're going to sit here and watch. We just fed you all. Get ready. It's Kelda. And I'm like singing little rock songs and stuff, little pop songs. And I've always had that spark. I've always had the interest. I've always had the love and the passion for music, for performing. I always like to call myself a performing artist, like not even just a musician or an actress or a host. I'm a performing artist because I perform, and you're an artist. So it's just kind of like you do it all, and that's the best way to like sum up what I do. If I had to put it in 2 words, performing artist. So, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely performing arts. You're like about 5 in 1 or something like that. It's like, the amount of stuff you do. Being a musician is it's a full-time job, isn't it? Really, obviously, and it's more than a full-time job. It's not like a 9 to 5 office job. It's like a 24/7 job, where you're always thinking
Yeah.
about music and stuff. And on the how did you get your first break? Did you have to go to music production houses and audition? Did you have to do that?
So, starting out, I was going on auditions because I wanted to be in a girl group. I felt like being in a girl group was more support and a good starting point to hone your craft and to feel more comfortable on stage and being in a collaborative mode to create songs together, concepts, lyrics. So I was in a music group called Astra, and we never did any performances, but we were in the studio and we did create one song that I wrote, and I found the producer. I picked out the track. I arranged the song, and oh my God, shout out to both of them who were in the group with me at the time. We were like, uh, I was the youngest, so I was like 15. The other chick was 16, and the other chick was 18, and she was old enough to drive us everywhere. So I'm the only one who doesn't have a license. But yeah, we were called Astra, Astra, and man, those other two girls, they just couldn't sing. They couldn't sing, and they didn't have the same drive. Well, they did have the same drive as I did, but I was doing all the work. You know what I mean? I was making all the calls. I was, finding all the resources. I was promoting and marketing us and doing everything to put us out there. And I just felt like I could do this on my own. You know what I mean? Like I don't need anybody to back me up or whatever. And I certainly, when it comes to girl bands, girl groups or whatever, sometimes it's just not meant to last, It's again, it's a starting point. But So I did that, and then I eventually went on an audition with Columbia Records, auditioning for like a real girl group that Columbia Records was trying to put together. And I didn't make it, but it was a great experience because I still got to go inside Columbia Records, and there were two gentlemen that were sitting behind the piano, and I brought my CD, and I sang one of the songs that I recorded in this little crappy studio. And I remember the guy, he was like, patting his foot or whatever. He was like, okay, okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably in the group. And of course, they never called me back. But I mean, shoot, at the age of like 16, 15, that was a great experience, and I remember like before I went, my dad's like, look, Kelda, he was like, I'm not trying to rain on your parade or anything. He was like, but you're just one of the many girls going to Hollywood thinking, oh, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna strike it rich, I'm gonna be Britney Spears, I'm gonna be Beyonce. And he was like, I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of competition, a lot of girls that have more experience than you, a lot of girls who have more money than you, a lot of girls who already live in LA, who've already, have some sort of, buzz or experience under their belt. And he was like, and you're just coming from San Jose after school, getting on the plane and, trying to become this celebrity. And, I really thought twice about that. And even though I went, I was actually glad I didn't make it in the group because then I wouldn't have been able to finish school and receive my high school diploma, and I wouldn't have had all the high school experiences if I was away touring and dealing, with adults and damn near being an adult myself at the age of 15, 16. So, I'm glad I actually didn't get picked for the group and I was, still able to live a normal life. But after that, once I graduated high school, went to college for a little bit just because, that was a traditional thing to do. And comes to
Mm.
find out, college wasn't meant for me. And but I'm glad I gave that a try as well, just to say I did it, And phew, started pursuing Keldamuzik, created the brand, the look, and here I am, baby.
And you did it as well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely. They say that hard work does pay off at the end. There is a saying, isn't there? If you're an honest hard worker, then it will pay off at the end. And obviously with yourself, that's what's happened. You've worked hard and you've got there. Is there any hip hop artist who you got inspired of when you were growing up?
Oh yeah, I definitely love TLC, Left
Ah,
Eye
yes,
specifically.
TLC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
TLC, that their music was like the soundtrack of my middle school and high school days. Just every song they put out was a hit, and every song resonated with all the young girls. And as they got older, we got older, but we grew with them and we felt every part of their life they went through. And shout out to Left Eye, rest in peace. She was a great inspiration to a lot of young female rappers who really wanted to pursue their careers in hip hop. And for me, it was really heartbreaking and devastating when she passed away. I actually took a break from music for about 6 to 7 months or so because I just, I was grieving, you know what I mean, and that's hitting close to home. When artists like her and Aaliyah passed away, it's just like, whoa, that easily could have been me. That could have been a lot of us. You know what I mean? Because they were closer to our age. Um, but yeah, definitely Left Eye was one of them. I also love The Brat, Lil Kim, Foxy, Eve, just all of those women were a huge inspiration and a huge influence to female hip hop, to where we don't even have to say this is female hip hop anymore. This is hip hop, and you're a male, I'm a female, no better than any other industry. We're just, you know what I mean? We've made a huge splash in the industry, and then you had Nicki Minaj that came out, and now you have Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B. Gosh, just so many female hip hop artists that are out right now. They're really, really, building the foundation for the future.
Yeah, and like you said, yeah, definitely. You've named so many big artists. TLC is someone who I remember when I think I was studying at the time, and because they were very big TLC, and they were the music I used to listen to in the UK at that time on my headphones. TLC was playing, yeah, a few of the tracks because they were like right at the top of the charts. So yeah, I remember listening to them, and yeah, definitely, I can understand. Definitely, would be inspiration. Definitely, because the music was that good. And Nicki Minaj, yeah, absolutely. I've heard a lot about her on there, but yeah, just need to get more time listening to music. To be honest, but yeah, absolutely. You've done lots of stuff. I mean, looking at your music, was it so 2005 was that the first album you released in 2005?
Yeah, since 2005. It was always it was always something I wanted to pursue. And, like you said, a lot of kids at the time are, more worried about sports and
Yeah.
cartoons and going to Disneyland and playing with friends and birthday parties and stuff, which hey, I was doing that too. But there was a balance in my life where, okay, you can go on auditions, you could read scripts, you can really concentrate on that, and then at the same time, you could still go to school, play sports. As a matter of fact, I played soccer for 7 years, and then still went to acting and modeling school, still was in the studio recording music. So I just really had a balanced lifestyle. And a lot of people are not able to multitask or have that kind of balanced lifestyle unless they have, you know, a manager or some kind of mentor in their life to really direct them and to see everything through. But I kind of just did it all by myself. And, I guess it's just that boss little hustler mentality in me that I think I get it from my grandma on my dad's side, because she was a boss woman and held her own, and was very well organized and was a great speaker. And definitely, I think that's where I get all my all my business skills from.
Yeah, and the kind of stuff you do are definitely those skills have really come in handy for you. Those skills are absolutely. I mean, when you have those kind of skills, they will definitely, they will help you, achieve what you want to achieve. And you've done so much. Like I said, you've done so much now. You've got up to the four albums, which is no joke. One album to release one album that takes a lot of hard work, but you've released four albums now, and you've earned a lot of mainstream success as well with the albums as well. So which is absolutely fantastic on there. So when you release your albums and your music, what comes in? Is it everything? Is it everything yourself? You write it yourself? You produce it?
Yeah, so the process of releasing an album, it could take days, it could take weeks, sometimes it could take months, depending on um, what kind of material that you're trying to record for your album, or what features, what artists you want to get on the album. With me, it all four albums took I would say a couple years to record, because I'm a perfectionist, And there were some songs that I had to re-record because I just felt like I could have, I could have done better. I could have, written better lyrics, or I could have said something better, or I could have just rapped better, sang better, whatever the case may be. It was always a process for me. It wasn't overnight, and I'm proud of that because it's no better than when you go to school and you graduate with your bachelorettes, or your masters, or even when you go to high school and you graduate with your diploma. You feel proud of yourself for putting in all the hard work and going through the struggles and the challenges of being a perfectionist and of reaching your goal. So that's exactly how I felt when recording my music, and obviously releasing my music after that. And the gosh, like, the joy of it all is when people um listen to you and they like you, they like it. It's like, whoa, you guys like my art, you love my art, you're a fan, you're purchasing my music, you're
Yeah.
streaming my music, you're attending my concerts, you're purchasing my merchandise. It's just the best feeling ever, and it feels like all your hard work paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, it's hard to obviously discuss obviously four albums because I'm sure you've got lots of music in those albums, lots of singles which you released. Um, and obviously you must have obviously received lots of recognition for obviously the individual singles. So, what was the last single you released? How long has it been? Has it been a recent release?
Yeah, so I released another single recently called "Fall Apart." It's actually an EDM track produced by my boy Robot Millennium, and before
Wow,
that, we released the Diva Workout EP, and these are all electronic dance songs. And I'm actually singing in the songs, or I
wow,
should say harmonizing. Um, and so it's pretty cool because for the Diva Workout EP, I've actually dedicated that to um, the fitness world, people who are involved in fitness, who are all about not only getting in shape and losing weight, but also too for mental health. And the single "Get Loose" is the one we made a music video for, starring Candace Kugler, who is a popular actress in the Bay Area, in where I'm from. And we just showed her, we showcased her as a fitness instructor, um, teaching and instructing all of the other you know uh, all the other people on what to work out on, and how to start your workout, how to end your workout, and to make sure you're not burning yourself out. So I think it's just overall good message that we're putting out there through the Diva Workout EP. Even though it's only 3 songs, I don't even know if that qualifies as an EP or not. But it's definitely a great message, and we're still promoting it. We're still partnering with organizations to encourage those to, get healthy, stay healthy. A lot of us are dying young right now, because we're not eating the right things, we're eating the wrong things, we're smoking too much, drinking too much, and it's not good. So definitely, that's the latest project, and then "Fall Apart" is another project.
yeah, absolutely. No, no, I absolutely 100% agree with you. There's lots of people and people who I know, and they've suffered from health issues, which from heart attacks to lots of health issues, not
Right.
looking after themselves. So it is a massive thing in the UK as well. They're looking to ban the junk adverts and show them after 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
For the kids and stuff. But I think, which I do agree with, that obviously the junk adverts need to be reduced and stuff. But I think the parents need to come into it as well a bit, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously control it as well, and try to convince the kids to you know make the right choices is very important as well, because and
Yeah.
obviously, like you said, and people like yourself with this will help as well. That will make a difference. uh, and uh, and fitness is the best thing anyway. it was the best thing during the COVID times, fitness, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. No, it definitely was. And COVID that was a time where it gave all of us time to think and to figure out what our next steps are in life, and what other hidden talents can we develop to further keep our brand relevant, and most of all to stay healthy. You know what I mean? Um, Everything was just up in the air when COVID was here, and a lot of people were depressed and didn't know what they were going to do, how they were going to earn income, and who to rely on for support. It was tragic, but a lot of us made it through, and a lot of us are doing quite well, and hopefully it could stay that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And the music which you do you like try to release obviously do you have a like a you have a YouTube channel? I presume, would that be right?
Oh yeah, everything. All my social media links, they're all on my website. So you'll be able to
Fantastic.
find my YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, IG, TikTok, Snapchat, everything.
Oh, fantastic. So yeah, do check it out. The link will be in the video description. And obviously the audio version, not forgetting, because I do sometimes forget, but the audio podcast will be obviously you'll be able to listen to this as well. It will be uploaded on the Apple Podcasts, the Google Podcasts, everywhere, Amazon, all of the good podcast areas, Spotify. You'll be able to listen to it, and you'll be able to see her link on there as well. You'll be able to see it. We'll put it on there as well. On there, yeah, absolutely, and it's a very nice detailed website. I have to say.
Thanks for watching. We have so many live interviews and programming in September. For all sponsorship and advertising, please contact us on talentspotlight309@gmail.com.